The conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians is long and complex. In the annals of ancient history, the land now known as Israel and Palestine stands as a geographical crossroads, a place where civilizations collided. Empires rose and fell, and faiths were born and crystallized. The story of this region, etched with the imprints of diverse cultures and epochs, echoes through the corridors of time, resonating with the voices of ancient peoples and their enduring struggles for identity, sovereignty, and survival. Tracing the origins of this narrative leads us back to the ancient Canaanites, whose settlements in the second millennium BCE laid the foundation for the vibrant tapestry of civilizations that would follow. From these early seeds, the Israelites emerge, forging a unique cultural and religious identity deeply rooted in their shared history, faith in Yahweh, and a profound connection to the land they call their own. The rise of Israel as a kingdom, with legendary figures such as King Saul, King David, and King Solomon at its helm, marked a zenith of power and influence. The tales of their triumphs, immortalized in the pages of the Hebrew Bible, evoked a sense of divine providence and an unyielding commitment to a chosen destiny, a narrative that would resonate throughout the ages, shaping the collective consciousness of the Jewish people and their diaspora. However, the fates of ancient Israel and Palestine were entwined with the turbulent currents of regional geopolitics, as empires such as the Assyrians, Babylonians, and Persians left an indelible mark on the land, each asserting their dominance and imprinting their cultural legacies upon the fabric of society. The conquests of these ancient powers altered the political landscape, giving rise to new systems of governance, trade, and cultural exchange that enriched the region's tapestry with an amalgamation of languages, customs, and artistic expressions. The Hellenistic era, ushered in by the sweeping conquests of Alexander the Great, introduced a new chapter in the history of the region, blending Greek philosophy, art, and language with local traditions. This fusion of cultures laid the groundwork for the subsequent dominance of the Roman Empire, whose imperial rule cast a shadow over the land, leaving behind a legacy of architectural marvels, intricate governance systems, and a complex web of social hierarchies. It was within this historical mosaic that the foundations of Judaism were solidified, setting the stage for the emergence of monotheism as a defining feature of ancient Israel's cultural and religious identity. The Hebrew Bible, with its narrative of divine covenant, prophetic vision, and moral guidance, became a cornerstone of faith, shaping the ethical underpinnings of Jewish theology and providing a narrative thread that bound generations of believers to their collective heritage. However, the modern contours of the region's history are deeply etched with the complexities of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, an enduring saga of territorial disputes, political aspirations, and the quest for self-determination. Emerging in the wake of the 19th century rise of Zionism and Arab nationalism, this conflict has been marked by a series of wars, displacements, and diplomatic impasses, perpetuating a cycle of violence and human suffering that continues to reverberate through the region and the world at large. The 1948 Arab-Israeli War, which culminated in the establishment of the State of Israel and the displacement of a significant number of Palestinians, set the stage for a protracted struggle for territorial sovereignty and national identity. Subsequent conflicts, including the Six-Day War in 1967 and the Yom Kippur War in 1973, further deepened the chasm between the two nations, fueling a cycle of animosity and distrust that has proved challenging to overcome. Despite the efforts of various international organizations and world leaders to broker peace and foster reconciliation, the core issues of contention, such as the status of Jerusalem, the rights of Palestinian refugees, Israeli settlements in the West Bank, and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state, continue to elude resolution, perpetuating a climate of uncertainty and volatility that casts a shadow over the region's prospects for lasting peace and stability. As the echoes of history reverberate through the present, the ancient story of Israel and Palestine serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring complexities of human conflict, the resilience of cultural identity, and the indomitable spirit of a people determined to carve their place in the annals of time, amidst the perpetual ebb and flow of empires and ideologies. But today, the situation in this area is a bit complicated. The West Bank is like a place with two bosses, the Palestinian Authority and the Israeli troops. These Israeli troops make rules about where people can go and what they can do, which can make life hard for the Palestinians living there. On top of that, some Jewish families called settlers are building their homes in the West Bank, taking up more and more space and making it difficult for the Palestinians to have their own land. Then there's Gaza, which is controlled by a group called Hamas. They have their own way of doing things and don't get along with Israel very well. Israel has put some limits on what can come in and out of Gaza, kind of like a big barrier. The adults are talking about two ways to fix the problem. One way is to make two separate countries, one for the Israelis and one for the Palestinians. But even though it sounds good, it's really hard to figure out how it would work in real life. The other way is to make just one big country for everyone. Some people worry this could create more problems than it solves, but some think it might be the only way to make things work in the end. It's a tricky puzzle that they're still trying to figure out.